Hello everybody, this is Bazker. We're back again with another Banished episode, and in the last episode we kind of flattened out this terrain here. We put in our apiaries and got up some mead, brewery to make mead, and a small tavern, and we're going to continue on from here. Oh, we also set up our mill so we could produce lumber and firewood, I believe, so I think that was new last episode as well. Little town is growing relatively well. We're going to continue on with building across our docks here. I think that will be the first thing I do. We'll start with a couple and then we'll go from there. Our beeswax and our honey. Our brewer is getting honey, but he's not doing anything with it just yet. And oh yeah, we are also growing beetroots. We haven't actually produced any yet, but alright, get that up and going quick. And oops. Go ahead and we'll build one across there. It might be a little too much over that, I'm not sure. We'll find out. And we probably ought to go ahead and grab some more logs. Some more stone. I'm not sure how we are fixed on iron, or iron ore rather. Let's take a look. 71 iron ore, we ought to be okay with that for a while. These guys kind of gather. I really want to be able to get a trader in. That is the main thing that I really need to do, but there's not much of a point in spending the resources to build in the trader until I actually have something to trade. And right now we just don't have anything to trade. Okay, I'm gonna increase my tool limit here to 35. Oops, did not take. 35. Yeah, there we go. How much leather are we producing? Are we producing enough to make coats? Could be. Could be. Leather, 24 leather, so not really, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a tailor to have. Survival coats would be my ideal situation at the moment, but we're not producing enough feathers either, I don't think. Firewood, feathers 50. We could maybe produce... Actually, let's just try this for now. Let's make some survival coats. I don't think we really need the coats, so much as it might be a okay early trade item. He's made some mead, but it has not ended up at the tavern. Ah, that is because I have nobody working at the tavern. Interesting. Ah. Make sure and set this up to 1. Apparently it doesn't automatically do that. Been a while since I've used a tavern, so kind of forgot about that. And we have had a bunch of babies born, which is good, because we're really going to need to start getting us some more laborers and builders. Okay, we got this built, and the plan was to put in some reed farms, which we don't actually have yet, so the fact that we have any reeds at all is just from clear cutting stuff. Let's see here. And I know I said I was going to stay zoomed in more often, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Kind of thinking. Let's see, wait, what was this? Was this a barn? No, it's a shanty. I kind of want to put in a barn. Maybe like here? Let's go with there. And let's take and put in reed farmers on this side. I don't have a ton of workers, so I'm just gonna put in. I'm just gonna put in one right now. I'm gonna pause the one over here on this side. We'll do that, and then we can get some reeds going, and then once we get some more laborers, we'll get some more builders in. It's so hard to select these things once you put them in. There he goes. Okay, he's out of stuff now, so he has no more reeds, so he still has feathers. Did make some survival codes though, so that's good. Go ahead and switch him back to tools. So I don't think coats are all that big of a problem for us. Temperatures are not going to drop that long. If you haven't read that Reddit post where me and Kylie, I believe is how you say his name, from Black Liquid, I recommend going and doing that. Should be at the bottom of the video description. If it's not, go back to the first video because it's for sure there. But basically, he explains some of the additional temperature features that are actually in the game, and I'd be curious to know if anybody's messed with those variables or not for another mod. He wasn't sure what they did for sure. Let's go ahead and increase that. So we got our barn, reed farmer, and this guy should become our reed farmer. And hopefully in the short term that'll work out just fine for us. We did 823 fish last season, and I think it was a late season start, so this is going to be fun once I get material and everything to start building out this area. But we're definitely going to build in some walls and some outlets for some more fishing docks. That'll be quite cool. My trader will probably go somewhere over here, and I want to make kind of this area here a little bit industry-like, maybe. Kind of thinking like a market right smack dab in the middle of this area with a lot of the homes, maybe a few material making buildings as well, service buildings, whatever you want to call them. And then, like I said, eventually we'll probably build our town either up in this area or up in this area, like the major city section. Probably leaning towards this area here just because it's closer. We may end up using the entire thing before it's said and done. Yeah, we're really collecting the reeds now, so let's go ahead and switch him back to coats for the moment. And we're going to go ahead and put up a tailor. They can make the survival coats as well, so almost wouldn't mind putting a tailor somewhere out in this area. They're not going to have a happiness radius, I don't think, but they're not going to have a negative effect either, so that might work. Wouldn't want to build it too close to the outer edges. Let's see. Let's bring up the walls here and just take a look at how we're going to want these. Now they are technically free to build, so I guess I could be putting them in. Let's see if I was going to do that. No, maybe this one, I guess. I haven't actually messed with these before. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't messed with them, but I haven't messed with them a lot. Okay, so that's where those would go. What about these? How far out would they go? So maybe 2 in. Looks like everything else is about 2 in. So first is the corner, I guess. with like a 1 overhang. That be looking right, maybe? Kind of think that looks right. Like that. And this would be... How would this work? Work something like that? And that's how that would line up, but... I think for that to work, we would need to... Is there a piece that, like this, that does not have the wooden piece at the end? I'm gonna guess there's not. Maybe this would work better? I should go look here at my tailor really fast. Oh, I never put him in, that's right. Tools. Switch him back to tools. So I think maybe what I need to do on this area is probably do some more flattening and reshape this general area. Maybe I won't even do a corner piece, maybe I'll just bring it up even over here. That's a possibility. We'll come back to that later. But I do think maybe this one will work over here. The only thing I don't like is by doing this there's nothing here, but I think the Qway, what do you call it, Qway roads? Yeah, I think we can do this and it'll match up from a pattern standpoint. I'm not going to do that just now because that will take material. We'll do something like that for now. We may clean that up a little bit. About like this. Yeah, I think this is going to look pretty nice. Especially considering I've not done this before. Let's see, would the best thing to do be to put it just right like that? Or would it be better to... I had to put a pretty good sized cut in there. I had a phone ring in and then became quite popular on Skype for a moment there, so yeah. Kinda wondering if maybe like this would look good. How's that look? I think that looks pretty good, especially once we get in a so that's how you can get a seamless decoration, a Qway wall piece that connects the wall to the road seamlessly without showing the grass underneath. So presumably we could do something like this and like this and this. This might not be necessary, I don't know. We'll put them in. I think we can get rid of them, or I hope we can get rid of them later. Yeah, we can get rid of them by clicking on them like that. Let's see, wall trim. Oh, so this is just the wall trim. So I guess you could use that in combination with the seamless decoration is how that would work. And just a wood block. So we could maybe use something like that over here even to get the type of stuff that we want. We might be able to use these tools. What's the difference in this one? Too deep decorative wall. Now in the end, no, this one. Yeah, that one. Now in the end, we may have to do something a little bit differently around here in order to fit reed farmers and such in. Not sure. Hey, we have 9 laborers now, guys. So we can't do about putting some of these guys to work. I'm gonna put another one in the apiary here. So we need more honey to make mead. As I think, at least in the beginning, the mead is gonna be the thing we trade with the most. So let's see, are our people drinking all of our mead? They are. That's okay for now. We'll worry about that later. I don't believe I will have anything. Yeah, I might put in like houses or something at some point on the outer edge here. But for right now, I think we're just gonna wall it off totally like that. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna need those things. We'll see. You guys think? You think that's gonna turn out looking pretty good? I think so. When it's all said and done, I think this is going to look pretty nice. I don't know how much I want to do out here, just because I am definitely going to put out some stuff off of this. I'll do one this way, one this way. Just kind of shape it out a bit. This may change, but we'll shape it in here too. Do something like that. Right there. Yeah. That looks... I think that looks pretty darn nice. You know, given the tools that we have to play with in here, I think I did a pretty okay job. We might have cut into the fishing radius just a tad, but I don't think it's enough that it's going to be a problem. Cool. Alright, so let's do this now. Let's get this tailor I keep talking about, and let's see about doing something with him here. I kind of think we'll just do him like right here on the... Oh, okay, so cool. There's actually a little bit of road in there. So... yeah, for now, let's go ahead and attach it there, and then that way we don't have to worry about drawing any road. It'd be nice if this seamlessly integrated a little bit better and made kind of an actual patterned angle, but I guess in reality that's probably the way it would end up looking in real life. Okay, we'll get a tailor going there. Probably put a house out here for him too, I would imagine. Although this person could be our tailor probably. Make any beetroots? We got 3 beetroots last season. Or maybe this season. He may be harvesting now. Yeah, he's harvesting right now. Nope. No, I take it back. That was previous season. I'm a little out of it this morning, guys. All these interruptions that I keep getting on phone calls and Skype and such. Alright. Got our tailor up and going. I think for now we are gonna we'll go with the leather. I imagine we have a little bit of a leather stockpile at the moment. 62. So yeah, we got more leather than we do reeds and feathers. Kind of wondering if maybe we ought to put a stop to the reeds, or go ahead and start converting those reeds maybe to fire bundles. That might be the way to go. we definitely have the laborers to do that. Oops. Oh, autosave. Let's put in a bundling shed. He doesn't have a negative radius. And hopefully I don't get any kind of weird crashes or anything. There was an update to the no smoke mod, and it's, you know, it said it would load, and, you know, and presumably it's fine, but I don't know that for sure. Seems to be at the moment. Put in the bundling shed right there, I think. And we might go with like a 2-road situation, a double-sided road up this way. Ooh, look at those laborers coming in. We are gonna need homes. We should have some... We do, right? We have lumber. Guess I need to leave this thing open for a while until we start seeing lag. We have 14 lumber. Let's go ahead and switch him back over to lumber. I don't think I can build the houses here. Yeah, we need furnishing for that. Oh, no, we could build a barn, but we can't build a house. So, yeah, we'll stick with an abode, I think, for over here. I think that'll match the Qway walls pretty good, don't you think? I think so. Put one there. Do one right there. Be a couple houses for us. How are we fixed on our home situation? Yeah, we're definitely short. Let's made some coats. It's good. Kind of think I'd like to get a marketplace in this area. Now, I don't know that I want to turn it on just yet or build it, but the central market might be the way to go. But now, do I want to build it so that it goes out into there? Or do I want to build it closer to over here, where it covers this and a lot more land where we might actually have some people? Kind of think I want to keep it over in this area. It's gonna... Not everything has to be symmetrical. I mean, I think it would look really nice centered up there, but I think for functionality and beauty, I think it might look better over here. That, I don't know, would that building, big building look best centered, or? Gotta think like that. We're gonna go with that. And I am gonna pause it just because that's gonna be way more lumber than I have available at the moment. And we need logs. Let's fire a bundler up and going. And we are going to have to pump that up for fuel. And let's see here. Stone. Grab some stone. We'll go ahead and grab some more wood. Grab some more iron too. And for now, these guys should be bringing this stuff up to here. I don't think that'll be that big of a deal. Now, with the amount of food, the amount of people we have coming in, it might not be a bad idea to go ahead and start thinking about getting in those fishermen down here. Yeah, we produced like almost no beetroot. I don't know why. Well, hopefully we'll see what happens next season. Might be one of those situations where I need to check the chart and see what the beetroots grow at. Yeah, we're producing reeds without end. Our people are happy, and I have a feeling it's because they're drinking our mead. How are we doing on our honey situation here? Not too terrible. much beeswax do we have? Could we be making candles yet? 702. Yes, yes indeed we could be making candles. Technically, pottery, I think, is probably actually the way to go long term. You know, I think I am actually going to go with the pottery. Before I do this, let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to put our trader at, just so that we don't block him off. And we may have more than one trader in the end, but... let's go with, like, right there. Pause him. And let's put in some pottery barns, and we'll just put them in. I really think I'm just going to put them right smack dab next to. Is that the way I want to do that? I don't know. Let me rethink this a minute. No, you guys stop that. Let's see. Let's do like maybe like here. I'm gonna pause one of them. I'm gonna let one of them build, and I'm gonna put in some shore houses in this general area. I'll just put in one for right now. Reserve of logs is low. It's not low, they're gone. Just clear out a bunch of them. Tons of laborers at the moment. And I'll go ahead and clear out some more stone. Looks like we're doing okay on tools. Our tailor is producing coats. Laborer and laborer, tailor, fire bundler. Making fire bundles, we are. Did I not pause that? I did not pause that. Well, it's almost done now. I might as well let it go, I guess. I had planned on pausing it. What's our lumber situation looking like? Is it good enough that we could turn it off now? I want to get a little bit of a stockpile there before we go and turn him off. Yeah, I think I'm going to be fairly impressed with this. In fact, I wouldn't mind doing like a water world situation where we build up land like this in the lakes and just do a whole ton of this. I think that would be really fun. We may do that for the next Let's Play. We may do a little bit more of it here too. We've got the lakes to do it with. I mean, in theory, I could build another fake island out over here, and either, you know, build across with bridges or a road or docks like this, or I could even just make a stretch of land that comes up there, and then we could have our fisher guys coming off this way. Maybe one or two. Not sure how much room we would have. I mean, they put off a pretty big radius. If I was to do something like this and come off, let's just say like right there, I could only probably fit one on each side. Of course, that said, at the moment I could probably I could only fit two probably going across here anyways. Yeah, we could maybe go three, but they'd overlap, and that's not good. We've discovered that in the past. Quite a ways, and come like out to here, and like one up in here, and then, you know, and theoretically we could probably put one in over here, and it wouldn't lose too much there. But if we did that, we could come out like here. We run like a centerpiece down a small centerpiece here, either dock or landmass, and we build like a small island type situation like this over here maybe, and then we bring these way out, and then that would give us a little bit of room to put in some sort of reed or maybe even something like water scavengers or something off up in here. So we might think about doing that. I just want to make sure I want to make sure I leave enough radius for my fisheries. You know, we've got enough people, and our food is kind of on the low side. I'm going to go ahead and pump up our fishermen here, and we'll see how many fish we get. Oh, good. We got our trader up and going. Just in case we put another one in, I'm going to drop him down to 1. We'll do that. And we want this guy to dig clay. Come on. There it goes. Dig clay. And then once we get the potter up, we'll get pottery put in over here. And I might bring in beeswax just to have to sell. Maybe the firewood. Geez, really? Okay, so if you can hear it, I'm sorry, there's a plane or something going overhead. It sounds like a military plane. We get those occasionally. Let's see. I am really sorry for all the interruptions in this episode, guys. Most of it will get cut, but undoubtedly there will be some that I forget. There were so many that I'm quite certain that I have not gotten all the timestamps down, so I do apologize. Alright, let me see here. So we're out of leather. Let's go back to reeds and feathers on this one for and see if he can make any of those. I don't believe any of our people will actually freeze to death. I mean, they're definitely not going to get snow, and I don't think our temperature is going to dip below like 60-ish. And apparently it's raining right now. If you remember correctly, I turned off all of the I turned off all of our ability to see the weather. I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and put in some fire bundles. I'll put in like 100 fire bundles. We'll put in, how much beeswax do we have? 800. So we'll go with 800. We got more than that, but that's okay. We can for sure fill in 800. And I think for now that'll be it until we actually start making some clay pots. I'm going to stick away from doing any candles at the moment, just because it gets hard to keep up with. I would like to keep a trader. If you watched my last series, you'll know that we had some problems with trading, and where we was bringing in too much material of different types, and when one of those types wasn't available, it stopped everything else from coming in if it was below it in the order. So I want to try to make sure we keep, for the most part, one big item in each trade center. And we may have, like I said, multiple traders up, but we'll have maybe coats in one, pottery in one, maybe candles in another. So we'll be looking at that kind of situation. I'm going to up our gatherer here as well. Our herbalist is more or less full. That's okay. We're just going to let him be a laborer then. Let's see. What else? Okay, so our potter guy is up and going. Oh gosh, he needs furnace fuel. I totally forgot about furnace fuel. Okay, so never mind. Let's undo this. We need to get in some way to make some furnace fuel. You guys are probably all out there going, "You forgot to put in your fuel refinery." You're right. Alright, now see, this one provides a negative bonus, so we don't want to get it too close to anything. This one provides a smaller one, but I kind of think we might as well just go ahead and put in a bigger one, because we are definitely going to need fuel later. You know, almost wouldn't be a bad idea to put it over here near this mountain. It's going to require us to put in a bridge. So we need some more stone. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll certainly need some more trees. Let's do that. He's out of feathers and reeds. We got more leather back. That was not a joke, of just leather back. We do not, so we'll just leave him on reeds and feathers for now. We'll just let me think here. What kind of bridge do we want to put in? Stone and wood? Just wood? Wood's probably the best way to go. Let's do this. We'll put in a bridge here, and then we'll put in a fuel refinery here. I kind of think a small market of some sort, maybe a rural market. I think this would be a really good idea, but aesthetically it's not going to look great right now, but I'm still kind of on the path of we need to just get some material up and going so we can buy stuff, and then over here we'll make it look really pretty, and then we'll tear this down or redo some stuff. Although I don't want to tear this down, I think this is going to end up looking really good. Let's see. Could go something like this. That would give me some room to put in like the apiaries and such again. But that right up against there. Come on. The bad thing about putting the fuel refinery all the way over here is our fire bundles are being made on the other side. But I don't think that's going to be a big deal. And if it does become a big deal, we'll just move some stuff around. Gotta put it like right here. Okay. So we'll put that in and we'll get him up and going. I don't think either of these things are going to get done this episode. So, I think I'm going to end it here, guys. We got quite a bit done. Not really anything I was planning on doing, but we did. Let's check this really fast to see. We only got 22 beetroot still, so this has me a little concerned. Of course, we're still late winter. We're on 1 times speed, probably. No, we're on 5 times speed, so it has gone through a couple seasons. This has me some concerned. It's not going to be anywhere near worth it. Let's turn off the pickup button. We'll just see if we get some more beetroots. If we don't, then we're going to get rid of that. And I'm going to check out. In fact, I'm making a note right now. Beetroot. And we're going to check the temps on that and see if possibly they're just not going to grow in this environment. It could have been too hot. It was in the 90s. So we'll check that out. I think this is going to look absolutely amazing when we get it done. And it's given me tons of ideas going forward for some other stuff. The only thing I don't really like is I'm seeing this is a road right now, and you can see it's not matching up, so we are going to have to do something about that. Not sure if I could do that really quick, like maybe. Aha! Yes, we will do that. Although I think that is road right there. So let's see if we can't. Oops. Get rid of that, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put in the that piece I was talking about, and I think that'll match up nice enough that it's not a problem. Let's see. And we'll get this in, and then like I said, I think we're going to build another, maybe a small island out here. At the very least, we're definitely going to build out some docks. And yeah, I think that's going to do it, guys. Again, I do apologize for all the interruptions this time around, but if you do like what you're seeing and hearing, please click like, subscribe, leave me some comments. Catch you back next time.